Okay, we're out and about again today. Yeah, we're going to Durham to look at some falls and some water and do a few tests with the Fimi Mini 3 and see how we do with that. We've got to do some distance with 2.4 and 5.8, some HDR and non-HDR, 2.7 versus 1080p, and things like that. A few little tests on that, and we're also going to test out this AKASO V50X. I've had for a couple of years, but never really tried it out that much. So yeah, we're here with the puppies again, and we're gonna go do some flying. So Grillman's Garage, we're on a road trip again. I've got the AKASO V50X, and we're on our way to Durham. We're gonna fly the Fimi Mini 3. We've got a whole bunch of tests to do on that. Might be a little shaky here because we're not on a really smooth road. But stabilization is turned on. I do have the window open, so that's not going to be very good either, but it's just using the internal mic. 140 degrees field of view, stabilization is on, 2.7 at 30, and we've got WDR on, which is wide dynamic range, like an HDR. We're going to try it on and off, see what happens, okay? Let's get out there, do some flying, do some testing on this camera as well. Okay, here we go. We now have the AKASO V50X with an external mic. So you can see this mic. It's a special mic you got to buy for the kit. But let's see if it does any better. I just started back up driving the truck, and we're going to get that wind noise, and we're going to see if it's any better. There's a few bumps in the road here and there, and we're going to head this way. We're going to Durham, okay, because there's a set of falls there, or dam structures if you want, that I want to take some video up and do a little bit of experimenting with this camera and with the Fimi Mini 3. I have my other camera with me as well. I have my trusty Galaxy S7 Edge, which I've had for years and years and years. It's been really, really good. So we're going 75 kilometers an hour, 70 roughly, down this side road here. And what's the wind noise like, and how is the microphone doing? Okay, so again, we have WDR turned on, and when we get where we're going, we're going to turn that off and do some more experiments, and you'll be able to see what the differences are. You can play with the exposure in post, but as far as it goes here, you can do exposure up and down. Right now it's a 0. Normally I think I like it to be up 1. I don't know, but the sun has broken through the clouds. We've got a lot of blue sky, so we're going to keep it at 0. I might have to go down a little, but we'll have a look at it and see what it's like. Okay, so let's get to the water's edge, so to speak. Okay, I think that should just about do it. We've got the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge on this side, and we've got the AKASO V50X on this side with the external mic plugged in. The AKASO has a 140 degree field of view. The EV is at 0, and the WDR is turned on, okay, and the external mic. Okay, so we're at the park. It's McGowan Falls. It's here in Durham. We're going to fly the Fimi Mini 3, and we're going to take it out in 2.4 gigahertz and 5.8 gigahertz on HDR, without HDR, 2.7K and 1080p. We want to see if there's any difference in the time stamp or time sync after about a 3 or 4 minute flight. Okay, see if there's any difference. Up until now, with 2.7 on the Fimi, 2.7 to 30, after about 3 or 4 minutes, it starts to lose time. You get the same video, but it's kind of sped up a little bit, so it loses a couple of seconds over 5 minutes. Really weird. So maybe 1080p fixes that. Okay, something similar to the AKASO. Okay, with the AKASO, if you let it run continuously, the timing between the audio and the video is not in sync. So somebody figured it out. It's a 3-minute loop. So every file has to be 3 minutes long, then loop, and you don't lose the sync. There you go. So let's get up in the air. Let's get to it. Okay, this is just a test. I've got the Samsung on this side, I've got the AKASO on this side, and I've taken the external mic out of the AKASO. See, it's a special AKASO mic you need, because it's basically a micro USB, but it's not a real micro USB. It's kind of weird. but it's a really good quality cable. So we're going to wrap this up. So what's that like, okay, compared to when I had it on? I'm not going to use it anymore because I've got the Samsung taking the video with audio, which is really good. And I will have my Samsung S9 Plus with the screen recorder going, which is really, really good. So I don't think I need any more, okay? I can just use this to sync everything up, and that's great, because if you have audio and video together in a bunch of them, it's super easy, especially when you're using Power Director Editor, a video editor. You just line them all up, hit a button, it syncs them all up with the audio. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, here we go. We're at the park, McGowan Falls, okay? I've got down there on the ground, maybe it's a little high, maybe, I don't know, maybe, anyway, we're there. We've got it up and running, we're ready to go. We're gonna see where we can go, have a look at the blue sky. We're gonna move the cameras around a little bit after we get up in the air, and we're gonna change this up a bit. We're gonna change this to 1080p, because I haven't done that really. So there's 1080p. Oof, okay. What'd that say? Doesn't support zoom. Doesn't support zoom. Okay, great, no problem. Okay, and we go into here, and we know we've got, that's all right there. And we know we have HDR turned on. Okay, remember that. 1080p HDR is turned on. Okay, so let's get it up and running. Here we go. 1, 2. Just clear them trees so I can back it off a little bit. There we go. And we're going to start that video. There we go. Okay, let's go a little bit that way. Okay, and we're going to go back and up. There we go. We're going to sit here for a little bit. Okay, we sit there, and we're going to move these cameras around a bit. Here's the one camera. Here's the other camera. There we go, and we should be good. Okay, we should be good. A little bit more. A little bit more. Okay, and I can rest here and kind of look at it there. So, right now we have 5.8 on the gigahertz scale. I think. Yeah, 5.8, you can see it there. Okay, so we're gonna go, and we're only up at 11 meters, so we're gonna go a little bit higher, farther back. And we gotta go up to about 25 or 30 anyway. Okay. Yeah, maybe even 50. We'll try 50. Okay, and we're gonna look around. And there should be some falls here. Very interesting stuff right about there. Look at that, eh? Coming down. There we are. How high are we? Always like to do a panorama. We're really high up. Are we all the way around? Yeah, I don't think we can. And we do have that downward sensor. So the downward sensor means that if I'm traveling, it's going to tell me if I'm too low on something, which is really good. So here we are. The puppies are here. And that's the home spot, and we're heading that way. Okay, let's come down a little bit, and let's head out that way. Okay, and we're gonna head out. There it is. Just gotta keep an eye on it there. Full stick photo is 8.6, which means it's got moderate wind. Is okay, and we're heading that way. Oh, there it is. Okay, big black dot in the sky. There it is, and we're out at 275 meters, and this is where we took off last time from, right in the center there. I went up there, but there's a lot of people there, a lot of people swimming, and a lot of kids and stuff, so I didn't want to bother them at all. So I came down here, and I found this nice spot. The dogs are nice and cool here in the shade. And I'm just looking at it there, and we've got some blockage and build up at about the 500 meter mark. So there you go. Is it going to, we're just going to see what happens on the return. Are we going to be able to get a decent flight? Here's the other one that we looked at. Remember the other little piece of water thing there? Yeah. Look at that. We're up about 600 meters. So we're at 5.8 gigahertz. So that's really good. Okay. So we're at 700. Well, I think it should kick out pretty soon. I'm thinking. Well, it's going farther. That's really good. I'm just sitting here. I think that's about it. Yeah. 750. No, that's it. Okay, return to home. So it's coming home. And we're going to come back and look at the river on the way back. As soon as it connects. That's hopefully it does. We don't have a connection. There we are. Okay. So it's coming back, and it should be coming back fairly fast. I hope. There it is. No. It's kind of jumping in and out of transmission range. I'm up and down a little bit here. The puppies are just sitting around being nice. Okay. Pretty soon I should see it. It should be up pretty high. There we are. Came back at 490. Okay, it's coming back. I'm there, so it can come over. Yeah, I can come down that way and look at the water. Okay, I'm on a trajectory to come straight home, so I'm going to let it land. And you can see the falls there. I'm going to let it land and switch over to 2.4 gigahertz and take it out again. And this time I'll take it out in 2.7K. Okay. And, well, no, I'll do 1080p. And then we'll go the other way in 2.7K. Okay. Here we are. Okay. We're up at 60 meters. Okay. That was plenty high enough. There it is. Okay. Let's bring it down. Where are we? Oops. Stop that. Where are we? There it goes. There it is. I had trouble finding it because of all the electrical wires here. But here we are. Up we go. And we're here. Bring it in. And I'm just going to go and grab it and turn it over to something else, okay? There we go. We can show it on these cameras here. We can go that way. And we can go this way. Okay, bring it in. Okay, and I'm just gonna stop that video and bring it down. Okay, and we're gonna put this down on the mat here. And we're gonna switch over to 2.4. Okay, should turn everything off and back on again. Yeah. Wait for it to come back on again. It should be pretty good. And it should be 2.4. There we go. Okay, let's get it up in the air. Oh, sorry. Let's get up in the air. Here we go. 1 and 2. There it goes. We'll wait for it to automatically say we're done that. Good stuff. There we go. Let's go back and up. Oh, well, we just start the video. There we go. Backing up. Okay. Let's turn these around this way. And this way. There we go. Okay. So, we're up there. Let's turn it to the way we were going. Okay, and let's go up to that 60. And when we come back, we'll stop and we'll have a look at this water a little bit better. So we were up at 60, just for the sake of kicks and giggles, and we're going to go forward. And we're going to see how far we go. This time I want to keep an eye on it. There it is. Yeah, the big orange bird, or little orange bird. There it is. Yeah. Where does visual line of sight end? Well, I can still see it. It's just crossed over the line halfway between the two wires there. A little bit there. There it is. Yeah, plain as day. Still see it. Still see it, and we're out 300 meters. Yep. So you probably got a 500 meter easy. Yeah. 400 meters. Yep, still it's right there at the black dot. No problem. Okay. Yeah, this is where we were last time. And as I said, a lot of people out there swimming and all that kind of stuff. So we don't want to bother anybody there. Now remember, HDR is on. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn HDR off on the way back. Or let's do that now. Okay. Let's turn it there. Okay. We'll turn it there. We'll stop that video. We're going to go in here. And we're going to go and we're going to turn HDR off. Okay. And we're going to start that video again. And see how far we go. So this is HDR off. And we're out at 500 and... I don't know how far we got last time. But you'll be able to tell. So 2.4 is supposed to be for distance without any interference. 5.8 is for penetration with interference. So we shall see what happens. Unfortunately, a big large truck just went by us, and that may or may not have done something for it. So we're up to 800. We lost it. So for me, I don't think there's much difference. Okay, I don't think there's really any difference between 2.4 and 5.8. 5.8 maybe I don't know. I'll keep it on 5.8. I think I get a pretty decent range, because if it says 10 kilometers in perfect conditions, with 5.8 I should be getting a couple kilometers and it should be more penetrable. So penetrable, yeah, should be. So it didn't really make much of a difference. But this is non-HDR, remember that. And the one coming back before was HDR. Okay, we can go the other way and see what happens on that one. Okay, we'll try that next. We'll go the other way. We're down at 60%, and we're coming back. I will say though, it did come back faster, because it's about 100 meters faster than the other one at 5.8. So maybe there is a difference. Maybe it does communicate faster after a disconnect with 2.4. Tough one. Don't know. Tough one. But I'll have to study the video a little bit farther and find out what's going on with it. Okay. And the girls are loving it here, I'll tell you. The other one's down there. The other one's there. It's beautiful. It's coming back. Look at those falls down there. And if I yaw to the left, which you can do, and I let go, that's the falls or the dam. It should come back. There you go. It comes back to the straight line. But we don't have the Drunken Sailor in the Fimi Mini 3. You did in the other one. Okay, should be able to find it in the sky here. There it is. It's right above us. Right above us. Okay. So what I'm going to do is bring that down. 2.4 seems to be not as bad, really. I'll keep it on 2.4. Stop it. Whoop. Boom. There we go. Get out over the water. Bring that up. And bring it this way. And down we come. This way. There we come. Okay, we're there. So, okay, yeah, let's bring it all the way down. Boom, there we are. Okay, we're here into the shadows. Okay, we have 52%. Let's go the other way and see what we can do. We've done HDR. We're going to put HDR back on. Okay, HDR back on. There. Boom, boom. Okay, and we're going to turn it around and start that video. There we go. Looks beautiful, doesn't it? Well, I said we'd look at this falls, so let's look at the falls. Okay. Let's look at the falls. Up 17. No, I don't trust 17. I want to be 25 anyway. Okay. So let's see if we can go down this river a little bit here. Now I don't want to come any closer to any of these trees. We're going to turn around. Look at the blue sky, it's beautiful, eh? And down, where is it? Down we go. Okay, that's the falls there. Okay, and if we go up, there we go. We're up to 40, 50, and this is 1080p at 30. Here we go. Okay, we're up to 64. There it is. Beautiful. Okay, bring that camera up as we turn around. And we go this way. We haven't been this way. Okay, we're up at 68. Okay, let's go the other way. Let's go. There it is. It's way up there. Okay, and we'll travel this way, and we're on 2.4. Okay, we're on 2.4. It's way up there, 43%. Way up there, we're going 9 meters per second. And we should be, we'll follow this river down. Okay, it should be enough to get there and back, I think. Yeah, there you go. Looks beautiful. It is some nice country down here. It's some really nice country. Durham's a small little town. The other place I was in, where was that? Walkerton, small little town. Hanover, small little town. Chesley, smaller little town. Paisley, smaller little town. All kinds of little places you can visit, see, and explore. And many of you might know I had to get rid of my Harley last year. Finances and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I'd be traveling on the Harley all over the country doing this. But yeah, I was the Harley guy for the last 40, 50 years. So, but anyway, new era, new trends. We're at 600 and we're down to 40%. I know I can go to 20%, so maybe I should face it. That might be better, eh? Okay, and it does the S-bend there. Down to 39, we're 800 meters. So we can go just as far this way as we can the other way, and we're gonna head back at 800. We can go farther this way. Wow, all the way down there, beautiful. Yeah. let's get this sucker back home because it may not like being that far out. Hey, I'm going down a kilometer and I'm right beside a big old tree, and I'll show you what I'm looking at when I come back. Yeah, that's far enough. I want to go 1 kilometer, that's it. Yeah, turn, come on, let's go home. Return and come home, good. Got the signal, should be coming back. 68 meters high, that's pretty high. So when's it going to connect? Okay. I'll keep it facing that way. When's it going to connect on the way back? Remember last time it was 100 meters shy, about 580. So this one should be, we're hoping 680. We'll see what happens. Here we go, pretty soon. 900. That's 2.4. That's pretty good. Maybe I'll just leave it on 2.4. Don't know. There we go. It's coming back pretty good. We're down to 34%. And we're out at 700 meters. So when it comes back, what I'm going to do is, you can see here, you can see this fence. Okay, there's a little gate there. I'm going to come through the gate. We'll drop it and land it, and that'll be it. So there you go. So this is HDR on, and yeah, I don't know what mics, what these guys are picking up. Let's do a little test there, back and forth, and I'll put a thing in the bottom which mic is being activated. If it's going to be the screen recorder, if it's going to be the AKASO, or if it's going to be the Samsung S7 Edge. Old faithful phone, I'll tell you. Really old faithful phone. My soon-to-be son-in-law, one of my daughter's fiancés, gave me his old Samsung S7 Edge about 3 years ago, and when they were dating. And low battery. It had a crack in the screen, everything, but the camera worked phenomenal, and it's still working phenomenal. Here we go. Voltage is just getting low. I know where I want to come home. Let's come down. There we go. We're here. Oh, sorry. And we're there. Okay, you can probably see it now. Maybe. Over this way a bit. There we go. And it stops the video by itself. That's awesome. Let me just turn this off. What I did notice is, seems to be a little gap here. Now maybe that's because it got hotter, but that's an interesting thing to look at. Okay, is it like that when the battery is cold? Right now it's very hot. Okay, there we go. So yeah, we have, turn this off. We have screen recorder, we have the Fimi Mini 3, okay, and it performed flawlessly. It didn't lose it, didn't crash it, had some wonderful views, some good video, I'm hoping. It's all 1080p, and I just want to see if it syncs up better. The last couple of videos, if you notice, when I put that banner in the top, after 5 or 6 minutes, you look really, really close because it's 50% opaqued out. If you look at it, or shaded out, if you look really close, you'll see it's not quite caught up to the video. So I have to do some backwards stuff. What I ended up doing is I splice the screen recorder in a common area that's got the same sound, and I move it over 2 seconds. So I kind of cheat. And that's how I get the end video to be the same. Anyway, enough of that. Fimi Mini 3, pretty good. How's the AKASO V50X? Maybe some B-roll, maybe put it down or different angle or whatever. I don't know. I've had it for a while. Anyway, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the bell, get out, get some fresh air. It's gorgeous out here. Let's get the puppies up and going, okay? See you next time. Bye now. Okay, here we are. We've got the AKASO V50X again, and we're just leaving McGowan Falls and heading home. Yeah, the pups went for a little walk, a little run around by the grassy area there, and had a little bit of fun. They love getting out in the truck. They love traveling in the truck or a vehicle of any kind. So yeah, so now we're just in the downtown core of Durham, which don't blink because you will miss it. It's, I think it does have 2 sets of traffic lights, but that's about it. I think it does. Maybe not. Maybe just the one. I forget. But yeah, we're here in the heart of Durham, which is, I remember this place from decades and decades ago. It was the place you had to stop when you were going to Wyerton. They used to have a boat up in Wyerton back in the 70s and early 80s. I used to have a sailboat. I docked up there when I was first starting out in my career. I had more money than brains, or let's say I was dumb enough to accept the money the banks gave me at a humongous interest rate. Funny, not a funny story, but a stupid story. I bought a brand new sailboat back in the day, Canadian built, because you could write it off, and the interest rates were 19% at the bank. By myself, had no responsibilities, I had no kids, no wife, no girlfriend. Had a couple of girlfriends in it. But let's just go through this intersection. Nope, just one set of traffic lights. I can't remember. It was back in the late 70s, and I had the boat, and I kept it for 3 years, and then had to bring it down to Toronto to sell it. And lost half my money on it. But it was an adventure. There you go. Oh, I digress. We're in Durham. We just left Durham. As I say, don't blink. It does have 1 set of traffic lights. And we're going to head home and have a look at these videos and see what they're like. I know this AKASO V50X probably doesn't have the greatest mic for distance, but I'm hoping you can pick this up. Maybe I can enhance it a little bit. I had no idea what it was like during all that flying.